Hello, fanboys and girls, and welcome to the Fanboy Fight Club podcast, brought to you by Media Junkies. Every Tuesday, we grace your ears with either a new or classic episode. You can find all of our previous episodes in our show archives. Now, this is our flagship podcast, but if you like the sound of our voices, we have 3 other podcasts for your listening enjoyment. If you love video games, you should check out Jamar's Why Are You a Gamer podcast. He's on episode 7. Probably soon posting episode 8. So there's 8 people, and you can find out why they're a gamer. It's actually a really good podcast, so check it out. If you're like Mike and I and love you some pro wrestling, you can find us on the Gimmick Minute Wrestling podcast. And if you're a Division 2 fan, it's coming back soon. You can enjoy going rogue and finding out tons of information on the game on the Rogue Agents podcast featuring Wes and Jamar. If you're using Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review. You can also leave us your feedback on our Twitter and Instagram at Media Junkie Vids, or for this podcast specifically at FBFC Podcast. My name is Jason. I have the pleasure of hosting this show. It's time to introduce you to the fanboys. Then we're going to enter the ring for the main event. That's where the Fight Club part comes in. So without further ado, we have the man who co-started Media Junkie. He can teach you how to game share on your PS4 or hack an NES Classic. Wes, what's going on?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm going to bring the fucking fire tonight.
I love it. I love it. Bring it. I can't wait. All right. Next, we have the fanboy who wants to know why you are a gamer. Media Junkie co-founder Jamar. How you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Good. You're just happy you're not in the battle, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So, no Jake tonight. He's currently losing all of his money in Las Vegas, hopefully anyway. But we do have our first ever celebrity guest judge. He is Le Historien on the Gimmick Minute Wrestling podcast, and my best friend, Kevin. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing. I can see that your glitching happens on other podcasts, too.
Oh, fucking A. Oh, shit.
Anyway, how's it going?
Good, man. Good.
Walmart internet will do that to you.
Jesus Christ. My connection's showing green across the board, so I don't know. All right. And then finally, my other co-host wrestling podcast and the person behind all the graphics across Media Junkie, and he sells t-shirts on tpublic.com. Get yours today. Michael, how you doing? You ready for tonight?
Not at all, because even when we have a fucking guest host, I'm still fucking last on the roster. What the fuck?
I just haven't changed the order. I just kind of replaced Jake for Kevin. Sorry.
I mean, I was gonna start off by just saying that Jake's a bitch, but I mean, then you have to
So
go and put
good.
me last when we have
So
a fucking
good.
guest host. Like, man,
It's so good.
All right, sorry about that. I didn't even think about it. I was trying to save time. So, all right. So now comes the part where we talk about something topical. Is there anything anybody wants to bring up before we get into the main event? Anything anybody playing, seeing, watching?
Yeah, I want to bring something up. So I don't know if you guys are in agreement with this, but I think Jake is a huge bitch. I don't know what you guys thought, but he's in Vegas and he's a bitch and he's a bitch.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, ready to move on.
I love it. Okay, nothing else then.
maybe if we're lucky,
Jake's
he'll
bitch.
become somebody's bitch while he's in Vegas.
Well, he could be somebody's bitch in Arizona as well. Doesn't matter where he is.
True.
I don't even know the guy, but he sounds like a bitch.
Well, I feel obliged to just say that Jake's a bitch because everyone else said it. So sorry, Jake.
Chamar's like, I don't want to be involved in this, but peer pressure says I have to call Jake a bitch.
It's what happens when we start to play in the podcast, and then the last minute's like, oh, by the way, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be in Vegas. Peace out. All right, cool. Thanks, buddy. Hey, but we recovered, and it gave us a chance to bring another voice to the podcast. So
Yeah, first ever episode of Fanboy Fight Club ever.
Only 1/3 biased judge. That's cool.
Okay. Okay, I don't want to hear it because you and Jamar have a bias every single time. So I don't even.
I mean,
don't
he does
have
have
a
you
bias
there.
at
You
all.
two are the
Hold on.
biggest best friends in
Hold
the
on.
fucking universe, and usually
Pause.
one of you the fucking judge.
Pause. How many times have I been the bitch of the week? That has
True.
not gotten me anywhere.
That's true. I judge fairly, man.
There was that time.
Oh, wait. How many times
that's,
has Wes been the bitch of the week, though? So I'm seeing a bit of a skew here that Jamar
plenty of
favors
times.
Wes, but
I'm
Wes doesn't fucking favor
I
Jamar.
have been bitch of the week plenty of times. I'm bitch of the week right now. What the fuck you talking about?
And this is only my like third time judging. So
Jamar wasn't a judge last week though, so you can't really use that. I just harkened back to the intro you gave him the one time where you basically like sucked his
Oh my
dick on the
god, yeah.
podcast.
Jesus Christ. Like,
Because I called him beautiful.
you just went all the way. You got the tip, the shaft, the
Jeez.
balls, everything on that intro.
Well, if I'm going to be fucked,
man.
it's going to be deep. Okay.
I will tell you one thing. I will tell you one thing about Kevin, and this goes for all of our friends.
Oh
We
no,
all
it's getting
fucking-
real weird.
We all fucking hate each other. So he will be just as critical, if not more critical, on me just because he wants to like rub it in my face. So yeah.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna be like, you're terrible because you can't even have good enough internet to like go without breaking up.
I could hear every 4 words, so you're laughing.
Dear God. Fuck it.
Yep, there it is.
rage quit.
I'm back. All right.
All right.
It's a good thing
All right.
that this isn't like have advertisements for AT&T Uverse, or we'd be fucked.
We're not getting paid.
Maybe if I move
Well-
down the bit rate, won't break up as much.
Nope.
I have no idea what you're going to move down, but move it. All right, let's get going, Jason.
All right.
You're
all right,
recording
all
from
right.
phones and it's still connected.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, I'm not in the battle this week, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it to Jamar. He's going to set up tonight's main event. So, Jamar, take it away.
Welcome to is it the main event? Is that what it says here? No, I'm joking. It's time for this week's main event. This week, we're getting back to the basics. The Fanboys will be taking a rated R movie and turning it into an animated series. I'm excited to see what you come up with. He wrote that, not me.
Oh man,
Of
I'm getting
course.
some like Jamar reading corner vibes here.
You could probably add that you had the liberty to do whatever you liked with the series. You can make it a kids' cartoon series or adult.
Yeah, or dog, or rated R, or
Whatever you'd
rated
like.
X,
As long as it's
however you
animated.
wanted to do it, as long as it's
Oh, man.
animated.
I didn't realize we could go rated X. I could have so many dicks in mine.
Oh, mine is just like I wrote a page of notes and it's nothing but dicks and vaginas.
Well,
I'm
let's
excited.
well, first of all, of course, Wes didn't get to choose his topic because we got to pick the movie for him. And by we, I mean me, because Kevin is our celebrity guest judge. So he is the bitch of the week. How's it feel, Wes? Great. All right, moving on. So here's how the main event works. All the fighters are given an intro round to bring up their topic. And then after that, they get a 30-second defend round and then a 30-second attack round. And of course, at the end, we get to close it and wrap it all up. In between each round, the Fanboys will be judged harshly and fairly. And the goal is to win, but the real motivation, is not to be the loser. Because if you are the loser, you are deemed the bitch of the week. So what's the bitch of the week? Well, you could ask Wes because that's what he currently is right now.
Sucks.
But instead, I'll go ahead and tell you. The bitch of the week is the Fanboy Fight Club punishment that is bestowed upon the loser of each episode. Now, since Michael is the bitch of the week, he happens to lose again. He'll be the double bitch of the week.
Wait,
Did
what
that
now?
say
That-
Michael? Because
That-
oh wait, did that say Michael? I think the notes are messed up. Sorry. I'm talking about Wes. He's the bitch of the week. He has the opportunity to become the double bitch of the week if he loses again tonight. And if he loses a third time, he will shamefully be devoted to judge, as he will be the unprecedented triple bitch of the week because we are so creative.
Listen,
Now, are you guys? Oh, go ahead.
Listen. You can call me bitch of the week as much as you want, but don't you ever fucking call me Mike again.
Wow. Wow.
By this point, like these notes should just more be like bullet points, just to kind of know where we're at. I guess we don't necessarily have to read them word for word. So.
I read it word for word because I saw it said Michael and I thought it would be funny. So let's get it started. Kev, are you ready to judge this?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Hell yeah. You got the enthusiasm just like Mike. I love it.
I get it.
All right. So
That was a shout out to Mike. So
it's like, all right, I guess I have to.
There's your personal bias right there. They gang up on me on Gimmick Minute. They'll gang up on me here too.
Oh yeah, it's like every week is a gangbang on Jason. It's real bad.
Love it.
Oh, before we get to the game bang, let's start it off with round one. This is the round when you get to make your case. There is an unlimited time limit, but please don't go very long. So up first, let's see who is going to go. I think it is Jason. Are you ready for your make your case?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, well then, what the fuck are you doing? Make your case, man.
All right, cool. Well, first I'd like to welcome our celebrity guest judge, Kevin, from the Gimmick Minute Wrestling Podcast. And Jamar, I really hope you're enjoying your well-deserved week off from competing. For my animated TV show, I chose a rated R movie that already has a pretty animated cast of characters. If you include the original, the next, and the after next, Friday would provide a huge world to build an animated series from. Just imagine animated versions of Craig, Smokey, Day-Day, Pops, Debo, Crackhead Zell, Debbie, Felicia, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, the Parkers, Big Worm, Money Mike, Joker, Little Joker, Baby Joker, and even Stanley, just to name a few. As far as the cast goes, I'm reaching out to the original cast, because let's face it, most of them ain't got jobs and they ain't got shit to do. Unfortunately, Mr. Jones, a.k.a. Pops, is no longer with us, so my first choice would be to use sound bites of John Witherspoon's voice, just to kind of fill in the gaps there. But that might get a little robotic, so if we have to actually replace him with a voice actor, I think Cedric the Entertainer would be the perfect choice to replace him. And then, if Ice Cube doesn't want to do it, he could always throw the work to his son O'Shea, because he sounds just like him anyway. And for Smokey, if Chris Tucker, he's kind of in and out sometimes, if he doesn't want to do it, maybe we could throw it to DC Young Fly, who sounds really just like him anyway. So Friday is a classic. I don't think I've ever met someone that hasn't seen Friday or had a negative thing to say about Friday movies. So they get ridiculous at times, but that's what makes the Friday universe perfect to become an animated series. That's it. That's all I got to say. Mike kind of cut out in the middle of that, so it kind of threw me off because I thought maybe I disconnected, but
oh no, you're good. I noticed it was like something had to happen, but yeah, that was good. That was good. Good shit.
All
right. Trying to win some brownie points. That's my favorite movie of all time. Well, comedy.
It's my favorite movie too.
Do we just become best friends?
Yeah, we did. I think we did.
All right. Jason sucking up to the judges hardcore. So up next to present probably not my favorite. Yes, I love aerobics actually.
Okay.
So up next we have someone doing possibly not my favorite movie. Mike, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, well, go ahead and make your case.
All right, so my choice of a rated R movie into an animated series is going to be Judge Dredd. Yes, it started off as a comic, and it turned into a fantastic movie, but that was forever ago, and we don't even know if the live-action TV series is still happening, so why not bring it back an animated series out of it? And realistically, it gives you a lot more freedom, because you can do shit in animation that you can't do with real people without spending a shit ton of money. So I'm going to have Dredd still be voiced by Carl Urban. I'm going to have it directed by Jay Olive, and he is going to bring the team that he worked with him on Dark Knight Returns, which is still one of the hands-down best DC animated films from back before they created this terrible New 52 continuity that sucks. It's pretty much going to be kind of episodic. You're going to have, villain of the week kind of thing, with a little bit of an overarching theme throughout the seasons. You're going to also have kind of like almost a, kind of like how Michael C. Hall did in Dexter. You're going to have Carl Urban narrating, like, here and there of, like, Dredd's inner thoughts in between, like, while he's trying to figure out, while he's investigating crimes and trying to hunt down whatever bad guy of the week he's facing. It's going to stay with that rated R. It's not going to go PG-13 just because, it's Judge Dredd. You can't ruin it like that. and it is going to come to you via Netflix. And that is going to be the Radar movie that I chose to turn into an animated series.
Pretty interesting. Like it. Like the idea. Well, let's just move on to Wes. Go ahead, man. Tell them what you got.
Well, thank you everyone for attending an HBO Upfront's presentation. For 2021, we're bringing you a long list of television programs that I believe you'll be excited about. HBO is proud to announce that we've acquired a property that we believe will be a milestone for not only the television format, but also for animation. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what this property could be. Let me start by saying meeting with this director to not only adapt, but continue the storyline was no easy feat. We've been working with him since 2015, developing and fleshing out this story, and we know how beloved this property is, and we didn't want to rush into things. In 2021, HBO is proud to announce Kill Bill, the animated series, written and executive produced by Quentin Tarantino. Like I stated earlier, the series will not only adapt the first two films that came out in 2003 and 2004, but will also continue the story utilizing Quentin Tarantino. So let's get into what the series will be about. The first two episodes will be extended to an hour and a half each. These two episodes will commence the series as a retelling of the original films. From there, the episodes will switch to a 30-minute format. The third episode will then kick off with a new narrative. The plot, we're going to currently keep under wraps, but we want to give you a tease today. Episodes 3 through 10 will follow Sophie Fatal, who is O-Ren's second-in-command and former protege to Bill, as she hunts the bride, seeking revenge for having her arm severed off. All actors return in Kill Bill, the animated series, to voice their respective characters. This allows the series to seamlessly blend with the original films that were released over a decade ago while continuing the new story. With David Carradine unfortunately being no longer with us, HBO had to cast accordingly. With that said, we have tapped someone who is close to David, someone who knows him personally, and after hearing his voice and watching his audition, he will be a perfect fit for the role. HBO is proud to announce today that Robert Carradine, David's brother, will honor the role of Bill by continuing David's legacy. Michael Parks, who played Texas Ranger Earl McGraw, is also no longer with us today, unfortunately. Rounding out the cast will be Bryan Cranston. Ever since Bryan's critical role in the acclaimed series, Breaking Bad, HBO has wanted to get into business with him. With the production of this series, we found the perfect role and the perfect opportunity for Bryan to come on board. Now, I know you're all wondering who is creating the animation for the series. HBO has always been keen on hiring the best talent that is available on the market, and we couldn't think of a better studio than Madhouse to create an authentic anime look to correspond with the correct aesthetic of what the story is telling. Some of you may not be familiar with Madhouse. Madhouse has been a top Japanese anime studio for decades. Some of their notable work includes One Punch Man, Wicked City, Vampire Hunter D, and of course, Death Note. Madhouse will continue to elevate the industry with their highly stylized animations, including the brutality of the story that's being told. I've seen some footage that's been created for the series, and let me say, just wait until you see the Crazy 88 fight in all its bloody glory. It is truly incredible. HBO is incredibly excited to be the home for this new groundbreaking animated series. Pushing the medium to a new level is what HBO is known for, and will continue to do the same with the launch of this animated series. The 10-episode first season will launch 10 p.m. April 13th, 2021, and we are ecstatic for you to experience the Kill Bill, the animated series. Thank you.
Wow. Good shit.
All right.
Good shit. That's all I was thinking the whole time you were talking. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that was pretty great. So Kev, did Jason fill you in on how we do the judging? All that? Probably should have talked about that before.
No. So
Okay. Well, it's pretty simple. You just choose in order from best to worst. You just say the names however you want. I'm keeping track of the score, so I got you on this end. So, do you want to go first?
God. No, you go ahead and go first.
All right. So I have mine's prepared, and yeah. So I'm gonna go Wes, Mike, Jason.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Oh God.
It's pressure, man.
Yeah, I know. Just because of intrigue, I'm gonna go Jason, West, Mike.
Okay. Alrighty. So now we're moving on to the fuck everyone else round. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, so Mike, I feel bad, but you're first.
You can have me go first, so that way he can get some time.
No, I'll take it. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll make it work.
Alrighty.
The fuck you round is where I live, so if I can't make it work, then I don't deserve to get any points.
That is very true. Also, real quick, Kev, can you say your order one more time?
Jason, West, Mike.
Okay. All right. That's all I got. Alrighty, Mike. Whenever you are, I have 30 seconds on the clock. Do your thing.
I'm ready. All right,
Go.
let's start with Jason. So Friday, really? That's your fucking option? I mean, this is just gonna be another Simpsons or Family Guy. Yeah, I'm sure that's not gonna get generic or stale or anything like that anytime soon. West Kill Bill? You really think you're gonna get Tarantino to come and do an animated series? Are you fucking kidding me? He's too busy making fucking incredible and crazy movies. He doesn't have time to waste his time on some HBO cartoon. Are you fucking stupid? That's all I'm gonna do. I don't need any more time.
Are you fucking stupid? Damn. To believe Wes was nice enough to let you go first. All right. So, Wes, you can go ahead and fuck everyone else.
Okay. Oh, is it my turn?
Yep. You're ready, man. Or whenever you're ready, I should say.
Okay, I'm ready now. All right, I'm going to start with Mike. Nothing like picking one of the biggest box office flops of the 90s. And while it's a great film, another huge bomb with the Dread film. And a villain of the week theme? Okay, fucking Scooby-Doo. Might as well call it Judge DooDoo because it sounds like shit. Jason, I love Friday, but Ice Cube can't even get a fourth movie made. The series would cost too much as Chris Tucker would want $25 million an episode. And the most important thing that you forgot to mention is there's already a Friday animated series executive produced by Ice Cube, and the show is 8 episodes long. What? You forgot to mention that. Done.
All right. Yep. I was going to say you're good. 0.8 of a second over. So I will deduct that from your next round.
Sounds good.
All right, Jason, that leaves you up next. Go ahead, man.
All right. First of all, Wes, clearly you didn't hear what I was saying because I already came up with an idea to replace Chris Tucker. So maybe if you would have listened a little clearly, cleaned your ears out, you would have, been able to pick that up. And Mike, I don't know what you're talking about getting stale. The Simpsons is on season 31 and Family Guy is on season 18. So, yeah, clearly they've gotten really fucking stale over the years to continue to produce content.
Buddy. That's the wrong round.
Right? He just defended himself.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm the bitch of the week. Let's just...
Oh, man. I was like, wait, why is he...
All right. Well, I mean...
We were all just fucking speechless. We're like,
It's unprecedented, but Jason decided to defend his round first. So,
I'm not even drinking tonight. What the fuck?
So you're saying drinking makes you better?
Yeah, I guess it does. It helps.
I can't breathe.
Oh god, that was a layup for Mike. But all right.
I'll switch it up and go the other route the other time. But yeah,
do your thing, man. All right. Well, so let's go ahead and score this one here. You want me to go first as well, Kev, or you pretty confident now?
I'm confident now. I'm gonna go Jason last on that one.
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
And then I'm gonna go West, Mike, Jason.
Okay. So we have. Alrighty. So I was typing in your score and I got confused because that's the exact order I have. I have Wes, Mike, Jason. Sorry, Jason.
No, that's my bad. I totally fucked that up.
Yeah, I mean, even LeBron has some bad games, man.
I don't even know what to say to myself now because, like, I very much
he made it harder for all the rest of us because we have nothing to say in defense to him.
I just have Mike.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Good strategy. All right, well, let's start this defend round off, as awkward as it may be.
I think Jason's
you are first.
I think Jason kind of has to go first here. There's really no other way of doing it.
The order is already written.
Okay.
All right, good.
Wow.
Well, okay. All right.
You're
Mike, you honestly, you had one sentence for me the entire time. And so it's not much to go off of, but he said Tarantino will not make an animated series. Honestly, he will make an animated series. I guarantee before Tarantino, unfortunately, leaves this earth, that Kill Bill will be turned into an animated series. He's already expressed interest in it before. He has used animation for the movie, and he wants to get a third one made. And I think this is the route that he will end up going. Not much to go off of. That's what I had.
There you go. No, it's good. You got to spend more time against Mike, so it might have worked out. All right, for another 30 seconds on the clock.
All right, I am ready.
Well, you're
my turn,
you're not
actually.
next, so
It's
it's
Jason's
Jason.
turn. I forgot Jason was here because he decided to do the wrong round last time.
All right, Jason,
Yeah.
defend your property.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just reiterate what I said before. So, yeah, I came up with a plan for replacing Chris Tucker. So, Wes, you clearly didn't listen to me there, even though I said that in the last round. I shouldn't have. And then, Mike, yeah, your whole thing was about longevity. That's really all you had to say. That's all you said. You didn't really have anything else negative, but that's also because you disconnected and couldn't hear anything that I said. But yeah, so The Simpsons 31 seasons, Family Guy 18. So I really think you should do a little bit more research on that next time. Thanks. Bye.
Boom. Simple and sweet, just like the first time.
Right.
All right. And
that a playback?
Yeah.
You literally could just copy and paste his argument from the last round and put it in this round, and it probably would have done a little better.
Nah, probably not.
go ahead, Mike. It's your turn. Let's close
All
this
right.
out there.
Wes, you are way too obsessed with numbers. Just because something's a flop doesn't mean it's not universally loved. I mean, even like just because it didn't like do incredible in the box office, people are excited about the rumors that there's a live action Dredd and the fact that Carl Urban wants to do it. Like, it's gonna be amazing no matter what property you take or what form you take, animated or live action. And even then, Judge DooDoo would be way better than your wannabe Samurai Champloo fucking anime monstrosity you call Kill Bill.
And stop. All right.
Dude, fucking Judge DooDoo is so good.
That's the title of this episode, by the way.
So proud of that one.
All right. So, same thing. You want to go, Kev, or I go? I don't know why I keep asking. Go.
You go ahead this time.
All right. So this actually, believe it or not, based off of the malfunction in Jason's brain, was quite close than what I would have thought. But all right. So all right. I'm just damn it. I don't know. Flip a coin.
It's hard when only one person has defense for two people.
Right, which is kind of what's making this a little bit off scoring. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do it this way. So I'll do Wes, Jason, Mike.
Wow, well, that's hurtful.
I have my reasons.
I'll switch up. I'll do Mike, Jason, Wes.
All right.
Thank you, Kevin.
Mike, Jason.
I also only had one guy to fight, but that's fine.
All right, now
I ruined the show, okay? I
You really did.
Show.
This is gonna be like the hands down worst episode we've done, and Jake's gonna come back and be like,
Fucking
"I
ruined
leave
the
for
show.
1 week and everything just went to shit. I guess you guys need me."
Yeah, right.
although it's pretty bad, but we're not bitches like Jake. Just
That's
remember
true.
that.
That's
You
true.
know, just remember that. That's it. That's all you gotta remember. I'm
Wait, if
stalling.
he's not here, can't you just automatically make him the bitch of the week?
You know what?
It doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
All right,
I
we
mean-
implemented a new rule. Jake, you're the bitch of the week. We're done. See you guys. Thanks for a good time.
Hey, rules are meant to be broken, so just
All right. So I just wanted to get a good idea of the score where we're at right now. So that's what I was kind of doing right now. So we're gonna go into the closing arguments. It's close. Not really. Go ahead. So up first, this round is quite important for a specific fanboy. Jason, close
I'm
us out
pushing
with
this
your
one, too?
argument.
Oh shit. Okay.
Wait, what now? You're only first the first round.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. I'm good.
Oh,
All right.
wait.
Judges, my opponents. This has been a great battle so far, even though I completely fucked it up on all fronts. So let's just get down to business, though. Okay. So if you're going to create an animated show based off an existing property, in this case, an established rated R movie, then you want a property that has a large universe of colorful characters, a large existing fan base, and the potential to tell fun, meaningful stories. Friday checks all of those boxes. The characters are already exaggerated and animated. Most of them have little to no backstory. The great thing about Friday is that it appeals to a large audience. The movies aren't just about getting high. They tell stories and life lessons that even a white kid from Canton can relate to. We've all had Debos, Izels, and Felicias in our lives. We've all had Debbies that we wanted to get with. We've all been set up for a date expecting Janet Jackson and getting Freddie Jackson. When this episode posts, I'm tagging Ice Cube in a tweet because the more I think about it, this show needs to happen and it needs to be done better than he tried the first time. So in closing, I just have one thing to say. Bye, Felicia.
Let's go. Good round. All right.
I'm
Mike.
Freddie Jackson.
Wow.
All right, Mike, you're up next, my friend.
All right. So, Judge Dredd was a fantastic comic. It became a fantastic movie that's loved. It may not have been a box office hit like Avengers Endgame, but people still enjoy it. People still want more of it. And last time we saw anything with it was 8 years ago. That movie came out in 2012. It's well overdue for some more love. And realistically, there's no better Judge Dredd than Carl Urban. So rather than risk a show not getting made because he's busy with other projects like The Boys, why not do something that isn't super intrusive on his schedule, where he can just come in, do some voiceover, and then go back to being a badass on another show? And an animated series on Netflix, it's just the right choice. I mean, especially right now with them, they're doing Masters of the Universe, they've done Castlevania. I mean, Netflix has had a lot of success with very strange properties becoming animated series or reviving properties that used to be cartoons and bringing back as a more adult-friendly form of animation. And realistically, out of all of these, it's really got to be Judge Dredd. Like, it's not about longevity of like, oh, how many times can you get renewed just because some people still watch you, and it's not about having some big fancy director that everyone knows. It's about what's going to get people to keep watching Netflix, and especially when Netflix is constantly on the verge of fucking bankruptcy because they spend more money than they'll ever make. And at that point, like, why not take advantage of that and, you know, bring something new and fresh to that audience? That's my closing argument.
Okay. Netflix crash and burn, make some money. I got you.
As Kevin Smith would say, make that Netflix money.
All right, Wes, you are the final closing argument and the final speech for the night. Make it count.
I think everybody made a good choice as far as the series go tonight. I would actually personally watch every single series that's been brought up, but I think the one that would be the most intriguing would be Kill Bill, the animated series. And the reason being is there's a story to tell here. There's a continuation that Quentin Tarantino still wants to do. And I think the most interesting aspect of it is having it done by Madhouse. The stuff that they already put out as far as anime goes, I don't watch much anime, but I've seen the shows that they have made, and there's no denying that their animation is impeccable. It's absolutely incredible, and I'm trying to just imagine an animated Kill Bill series in my head of the bright colors, the perfect drawings, and just blood pouring like a geyser like in the movies. And the plot itself is something I want to see. Like, I want to see the bride's story continue. I want to see Sophie go take revenge. I mean, the bride went after a lot of people, and there is a story to tell here, and HBO is the home for it. They're used to controversial content, and having this ultra bloody, violent animated series on their channel would be the perfect fit. And I think it'd be the best option out of the three.
Making a fair point. And since now this is the end of the thing here, we're going to tally up the points. Man, you guys were going straight from heartstrings. Wes, he's in Madhouse. You know what you were doing. You know the One Punch Man.
I know what I'm doing.
I was waiting for you to somehow tie in My Hero. But yeah, so Kev, do you want to go first, or I think I have mine set?
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Don't shoot the messenger. I have Jason, West, Mike.
I'm going to go with Jason, Mike, Wes.
All right. No pressure at all. Let's see. And with that vote, we have a winner and a loser. I'm trying to do the mental math in my head, but I can do it now. I've made it. Okay. So for Fanboy Fight Club today, we have a winner with 9 points. Mr. Bitch of the Week himself, Wes. Congratulations. Here's your trophy. Here you go.
Thank you. I'm glad I stayed in character for the introduction. Woo.
Yeah, I will say that was one of the things I thought was really well. Presented that really, really nice. And I mean, it was a good job. You did some good things there. Keep on doing that, kid. You'll make it someday. All right. Second place. This may be controversial. I don't know, man. We're going to break the internet with this one. Jason coming in with 8 points.
You can't fuck with my closing arguments.
You came in with 8 points. I mean, I really honestly just have to say, like, hitting like creative moments, or not creative moments, but important moments into the movie, like things that really kind of my memory of Friday and like everyone's memory of Friday, tying that into your closing was really, that was a smart idea.
Thanks, sir.
Good job. And for this week's Bitch of the Week, with some technical difficulties, will he blame it on that? I don't know. Wes, or no, Wes has 9 points, but he's still Bitch of the Week.
Wes is the Bitch of the Week.
We have Michael as the Bitch of the Week. Would you like to give your acceptance speech?
I just can't believe I got beat by a guy who couldn't even figure out which round it was.
To be fair, he did drop the 0 on that.
Off my balcony right now, like the fact that
I got 0.
He went one after pretty much fucking up the entire middle of it. Like,
closing rounds can make or break it, man.
Yeah. That honestly was the biggest thing for it, was the closing round. But Mike, after you jump off the balcony, please don't die, because we need you for the next episode.
That's right.
Now I'm going to throw this over to, that was a corny joke. It's okay. I'm throwing this over to Jason. Go ahead and close us out.
All right. Thank you for listening to this week's Fanboy Fight Club. The first rule of the Fanboy Fight Club podcast is that you must talk about the Fanboy Fight Club podcast. Share us with your friends. Share us on social media. Tweet at us at Media Junkie Vids. Tweet the Fanboy Fight Club podcast at FBFC Podcast. We are Media Junkie's flagship podcast, but as I said before, we offer so much more. You can catch Michael, myself, and Kevin on the Gimmick Minute Wrestling podcast. And Mike, you sell some shirts. Where can everybody buy them?
if you go to tpublic.com, search Media Junkie, Fanboy Fight Club, Gimmick Minute, or Modern Toy Fair, it'll bring up the designs, and then if you click Vault of Personality right underneath the shirt design, it'll take you to my store with all my other amazing designs, like the Rocksteady and Bebop Knuckle Sandwich that Jason absolutely loves.
My favorite shirt. I do love it. And Jamar, check out his awesome new podcast for the next episode.
I didn't catch what you said. Say that one more time.
Oh, I was asking who you had lined up for the next episode of Why Are You a Gamer?
Oh, so this one I actually jumped out of my comfort zone a little bit and invited a total complete stranger that I did not know. He is an amazing radio host. He lived here in Athens, Ohio for a while, and now he lives in Chicago. He has the voice for radio, which is the thing that made me a little bit jealous. But he's an awesome, awesome guy and an Xbox gamer. So check that out and see how that went.
All right, awesome. You can also find all sorts of great content on our YouTube channel. Wes, you want to talk a little bit about that or no?
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel. It's great.
All right, cool. Thank you for the info. And you can find that at youtube.com/MediaJunkie. And when Jake's not being a bitch, you can interact with him on the Fanboy Fight Club Facebook and Twitter account at FBFC Podcast, and just search Fanboy Fight Club on your Facebook page. So, just to close us out, I got a few questions that'll take us into the next episode. Will Jamar Steve Harvey another bitch of the week? Will Mike dread his next topic? See what I did there? Will Wes really watch every series pitched? And will Jake lose his spot permanently to Kevin? And will I ruin another show? Find out the answers to all these questions and more on the next episode of the Fanboy Fight Club podcast. Goodbye, everybody.
Jake's a bitch.